So let's talk about that first episode of War of Underworld for SAO. Man, that was the quickest 23 minutes I've ever seen go by in an anime in a long time. Nothing really too much happened in the episode. It was pretty much showing us what happened in the 3-year time skip from when the last season left off. So apparently, Kirito's Fluctlight, which I'm assuming his soul has now lost connection with his body or something. I'm hoping they'll explain that more as the season goes on. But we get to see Silka older and out on her own almost. She's mentioned she's about to finish up her studies. Uh, Alice has left the Integrity Knights because she feels that Kirito isn't really safe there. And, I mean, rightfully so, because it's kind of like the nobles from Black Clover, where they're like, hey, Asta saved us, but, screw that guy anyways, because so-and-so said so. Even though the head captain's like, hey, the Pontifex are doing something evil, they're all like, well, not all of them, but some of them like, shouldn't we kill this guy? Ugh, so irritating. So she left there, but the scumbags in her village wouldn't allow her to stay there either because, they're still douchebags. And so she sets up a little hut outside of the village, and I'm assuming it's some kind of agreement that she helps them clear out parts of the forest and gets paid a little wage, and she gets to stay on the outside of the village. Meanwhile, Kirito has been in this coma for the entire time. And while it is refreshing to have Kirito kind of taking a back seat for a little while and allowing another character to be at the forefront, that is refreshing, but I'm hoping it doesn't last more than a couple episodes. I already know some people are complaining, like, oh, I didn't come here to watch Kirito sit in a wheelchair all season. He better wake up in the next episode. Like, okay, I get it. We want Kirito to get off his butt and be a badass. But as long as it doesn't take more than 2 episodes, maybe 3 at the tops, I'm okay with it because it allows Alice to get some more screen time. Not that she hasn't had enough already, but in order to progress the role from her own point of view. One of her other, I forget the guy's name, it's since this night 31, the one that Alice trained, finds her in the village, and he tries to convince her to come back. And then she's all like, oh, I can't. He's like, oh, well, because Kirito will allow me to kill him now. Well, according to Alice, she says that she can no longer wield her sword and that she would not last 3 blows against him. I find that difficult to believe because she is able to wield Kirito's sword and cut down that platinum oak in a single blow. Yeah, I feel like there might be something amiss here with Alice. Not really sure what it is, but that's my 2 cents on that take. But anyways, the episode ends with Alice crying over Kirito's body in bed, and then he starts reacting, and then she hears her dragon outside, she looks, and there's apparently an attack in the village. And we're left to assume that it is from the Dark Territory, because 31 mentioned the scenes prior that that he was out there looking, patrolling for goblins in the caves, and they were sealing them off. So I could definitely see Kirito being out of it for the whole next episode, and then something bad happening, and then Kirito waking up finally from the coma after that. If not, it'd have to be in the 3rd episode. After that, I think you're pushing it a little too much, and people are going to get really upset because yeah, people are gonna want Kirito. I've got mixed feelings. I'm super hyped for the new season. It's Sword Art, it's one of my all-time favorites, but I'm really sad because I don't want it to end. And from what I can tell, this is supposed to be the final season, since there isn't really no more new light novel material after Underworld, as far as I'm aware of. So yeah, I'm excited, but kind of bummed if it ends. But you know, it's off to a great start. Uh, Probably one more episode of Kirito doing nothing, and then I think we'll see him come back and tear in, start getting some savage brutality, Goblin Slayer level violence. I hope, and I won't keep my fingers crossed on that. When we start going to war with the Dark Continent, not the Dark Continent. This is not Hunter x Hunter or the Dark Territory. That being said, we will be back with a review on this next episode next week.